Alright. Okie dokie, we're live, bro. We're live, yo. Yo, this is gangster. Yo, I swear you can see it in the glasses, but I'm watching myself on this and I can hear it. Yo, this is too cool, man. I need to mute this though, because that's gonna piss me the fuck off. Yo, that's fucking sick, bro. I don't know if you can hear the music or not, but I'm vibing in it. Alright, so let's get cracking. I don't know if I can. Oh wait. I'm trying to share my screen in it, right? So we get trading view up. Do the Sunday breakdown, you know? But I don't know how I'm supposed to. Can I not also share tab audio? How do I just share like a little bit of my face? That's getting a bit techie. That is it just straight up? I think it's just gone straight up screen. Yo. Alright, so the screen is gone blank. What's going on here? Well, that's not groovy. Alright, so this okay, yo, okay. We're moving, we're grooving, bro. Can I move myself? Customization. Nah, I think I'm stuck in the bottom corner. But yo, this is dope. Alright, this is dope. Let me see. Move that about. Right, let me just pretend I'm doing something, right? So you can clearly see push up, push down. Oh, it's a bit laggy. It's just gonna have to do for right now. I'm gonna have to I have to talk slowly and just move slowly in it. So, starting off this analysis, you can clearly see last week. I'm just going to close this up to the pairs we were looking at for last week. Right. AUDJPY, I was looking at last week. I took a trade on it. You can see we were overall bullish on this pair, which was a bit of a turn off for me. But being that the daily and the 4 hour were bearish, I forget you can see me still. But being as we were at, let me take this off. Right, there is a lot going on this screen, a bit too much. But you can see, right? Let's clear this shit up a lot. So heading into the week, you could see that we clearly are bearish on the daily, and that where we're currently at now is sort of like a little channel push up, and that this little push that we created rejecting the EMA was the confirmation that I wanted to see that, okay, there's a high probability of price breaking out of this channel now. And with that, we saw left head, right shoulder on the daily, which in fact I missed to begin with. And I still entered the trade. But if I would have seen that, I would have had even more conviction. But just setting off, understanding that the weekly is bullish, I was looking at the daily for an area. And as you can clearly see, this area of interest that we have has been clearly rejected when we've been underneath and clearly rejected when we've been above. Price has rejected it here and here. But heading into this week, I was like, okay, I'm waiting for that break and retest underneath this area of interest at this psychological level. And yeah, it just played out beautifully. We saw price come up. We saw this all develop. We saw how price started to reject the 4-hour EMA. And then the 2-hour is where this trade really came to life. The 2-hour, we shifted structure. We also created a left head. As I was entering, I was waiting for a right shoulder. But as I saw this huge engulf candle, I thought, fuck. Bro, price can just push, right? I could see price just pushing from here. So I took that engulf entry. I had the engulf. It was in my session. I was like, I'm taking this entry. Why? I literally said to myself, why would I not take this entry? Just so I could be greedy and wait for a little pullback. And you could have seen, if I would have waited, I would have pretty much got the same entry. So I entered before that right shoulder was created. And boom, you can see I placed my stop loss just above, right? Because we had the EMA, the psychological level, and it was just a tad above the area of interest in as a whole. But this trade played out for a 1 to 2. It was splendid. What I learned from it was pay more attention to those consolidations and sort of ugly looking structures, because there was a clear left head, right shoulder that I should have identified it and seen a lower time frame left head, right shoulder at a right shoulder. Take the trade, bro. Take the trade. Because I didn't even enter when that 2-hour candle closed. It was faffing. Let me see what it did. You can see what it did. It was faffing here, and then I entered still about an hour later. But the next pair I was looking at was CAD JPY. See, analyzing this, I knew going into the week it probably wasn't going to be ready, because I can see, you look at it, it's just beautiful artwork. Shift of structure, pull back to the EMA, to an area of interest, sort of a little consolidation slash shift of momentum going down on the lower time frames, displayed beautifully on the higher time frames. And then seeing how the lower time frames were slowing down, you could just see how this was lining up. And I said at the beginning of the week, I was like, if this week ends as an engulf candle below here and we see price break and retest on these lower time frames, right? That break and retest on the lower time frames to create the push down for the 4-hour and the daily to end the weekly as an engulfing candle. And then next week is go. We're simply waiting for a wick pullback into this area of interest. And that wick pullback is going to be our daily pulling back and then going down. And you can see I had this marked. So we've created the push down now, and we're simply waiting for the pullback to then sell. And this trade's beautiful. When I say this trade is beautiful, this trade is beautiful. If we find an entry on this trade, right, you have to take this into consideration. We're trading with the weekly, right? We're entering the trade. Let me do this with a buy example. We're entering the trade, right, at a lower high. So when the market is doing this, we're entering here. So then we have all this potential, right? Potential to catch. So there's a lot of momentum. There's a lot of wiggle room for us. So if we're looking to enter, if it does, I don't know if it will, simply because it's such a steep wick pullback for price to have, but it most certainly can happen. But if we see our entry, we get like, my stop loss ain't gonna be that fucking big. Do you know what I mean? But let's say we get a 70 pip stop loss, and then we're trading with the weekly time frame. So the minimum take profit is going to be here. So there's a potential for a nice 1 to 3 this week on this pair. Potentially. Always remember, potentially, right? This is not set in stone going to happen. Price might just go all the way down. Never give me a pullback. Price might pull back and reverse on me. This is why your vocabulary needs to have potentially come up a lot. But that's exactly what I'm looking for next week. This week played out, doesn't mean next week is going to play out how I thought it was. So it's just a simple wait. If it does, retest strong area of interest, EMA, psychological level, yada, yada, yada. Simple shit, bro. Simple shit. So this pair, in fact, is fucked, right? I want nothing to do with this pair for the week. So we're just going to shamoo it down to here, right? CAD JPY, I most certainly want something to do with this next week. GDP CHF, this pair, right? I put in simply out of intrigue, but also there weren't really much going on in the market. So I thought, let me just slap it in. But this did actually play out, right? Not on the daily, it did not, which is what we were waiting for. But you can see the lower time frames. The lower time frame was here, right? You can see Monday, and it had the pullback. It wick retested previous structure, area of interest, and then it continued to push down. It was just so fucking ugly that I just really, I really wasn't interested. I was intrigued, right? So I thought, let me slap it on. This could be a potential setup, but this is just pure filth, right? This next week, I'm not even entertaining it. Seeing how I have CAD JPY, I'm not even entertaining this. So if it would fucking move down, here we go. Right, simple. USD CAD, I was waiting for a potential yeah, I was waiting for, again, this played out as well, right? So price was up here start of the week, and I was looking at price giving me the shift of structure here to then come back to retest sort of the shift of structure, but the area of interest as well, and then this sell. But it, as you can see, it happened. It just happened a bit too low for me to even consider entering. I needed this to happen here for me to then take the sell. But heading into next week, nothing. Maybe. Nah, nothing. Right. You could say, but Danny, prices, look how strong price is. We just had a bullish engulfing. Let me clear this chart up a little so you can see structure a bit better. Right? Yes, we just had a bullish engulfing. Yes, we are bullish massively on the weekly. Yes, we're seeing a breakout. But let me ask you this, right? Where the fuck are we going? Where the fuck are we going, right? Because we're at a major resistance. 2016, price hit here, fucked off back down. 2020, 4 years later, price hit this area, fucked off back down. And now we're here again in 2025, 5 years later. So what do you think is going to happen? Statistically, ask yourself this question. Do you think price is going to continue to go up? Yeah, we might see this. We might see this little wick that occurred last time. We might see a wick up. But statistically, price is going to fuck off and come back down. So this might look beautiful, but this is also very deceptive, right? This is like an ugly girl wearing makeup. You can see, yeah, break, retest previous structure, area of interest, yada, 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 right? On the daily, it looks beautiful. But when that makeup comes off and we switch back to the weekly, you're like, fuck no, am I taking a buy position here? So, no. GBP USD, right? It's a weekly low, sort of a support area. Didn't want to take this trade last. I didn't want a lot of these markets that I did not entertain last week. I was simply waiting for them to develop some structure because we're at lows and we're at highs on a lot of these markets. And you don't want anything to do with it. You want to wait for price to start moving in a direction. First, it needs to slow down, and then we need to see that shift. And then when we see that shift on the lower time frame, is when we're going to start to see that weekly have its retracement. And that's when we can capitalize on the market. But you can see here, price push down. What would we need to see? Simple break, retest, yada, 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 right? Do I think that could happen next week? Yeah. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Do I like it though? I don't know. Not really. You know, and I've already had a look at the markets, so I know what's coming up, and it's a lot cleaner. So, but as a whole, no, right? There's just nothing here. When price breaks and retests, yeah, previous structure, yada yada yada. But it's like ask yourself, where are we trading to? Break retest from here, and then next structure point is up here. Zoom back out to the weekly. Do you think the weekly is doing that all in one? Come on. Like, yes, we're at an area where we previously had a strong push, right? So yeah, it could happen. Am I going to entertain it? Maybe, right? But you just got to think in perspective, right? When this trade pulls back, how long are we going to need? Like, are we going to have another 1 day down? 2, 3 candles up now. So now we're on Wednesday. 4, potentially 5 days to retrace. And then, so when you think of the market in terms of days and try and visualize how this market could play out, ask yourself the question, do you really think that this is going to be ready next week? And the answer is no. It might be, don't get me wrong, it might do boom, boom, break retest and fly fucking up. And I was wrong. And that's okay. Like, I'm not here to be right. I'm just here to play the game. But for me, with my analysis, I can live with it if I miss this because of my analysis. You know, sometimes my analysis plays out, sometimes it doesn't. So it shamoo back down. Euro, USD, sorry. I like these rejections, right? Slowing down momentum, a little bullish candle now. I like that, right? I like that, and I love this, right? Left head, right shoulder. Okay. What I don't like is this, right? For me to see price shift structure again now, price either needs to come down here and close below, which then fucks up my left head, right shoulder, or I need to see price Yabruski all the way up here from here, and then have a pullback and then have a push. So again, this is a market that will most likely not be ready this week. Not with a primed, ready to burst trade, you know. So it's interesting. It's interesting. It's one of those that I want to keep. But if price closes down here, then I got to wait for it to come back up here, then shift. So it's just, it's not it for me. It's not it. I'm looking to take these trades, right? That are just so sexy, so primed, so wet. They're just ready for me to enter. Euro AUD. Shift of structure. But I was waiting for this trade. It just fucked around so much here, right? I was looking to take this retest to sell with the daily in the 4 hour, but as you can see, it just horror. The only way you're looking to take this is if we see a break a break and retest below this, right? That was a horrible arrow. But the only way I'm looking is that, right? Break, retest. And I can see it happen. I can. You see, we create this evening star. If we get a nice engulf candle, break, retest, and then that weekly has another bearish candle, push down to here. I just don't like the weekly. We're kind of retesting previous structure. We're kind of hesitating to push down. It's just not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. Like, you don't need to try and be a wizard, right? You don't need to be that guy that's like, boom, look what I caught. It was so fucking risky and difficult. Look what I caught. Once I shifted my mindset from that to, bro, this was so simple. This is what I want to take. That's when you start seeing success. When you stop making things difficult for yourself. Price pushes up, comes back down, has a rejection candle of the EMA. Are we going to push up or are we going to push down? Likely going to push up, but it's not for me. I need 2 time frames in sync, and that's another day, another dollar, right? Oh, look at it. Left head, right shoulder, potentially, okay? All we need for this is, sorry. All we need for this is, right? Boom! Up to this EMA, up to this area around here, psychological level, right? And this, I haven't even looked on lower time frames yet, but how big is this? Plenty of room, right? Get a bit excited with this. Let me fuck this off. Right? So what, just, again, let me calm myself down, innit? Get back to what's actually happening. Prices come down. We've seen rejections from this area. Prices can close below, strong candle, push back above. We've seen now resistance from this area that was once a strong support. Strong support underneath, above, and now it's a strong resistance. And price is below. I don't like that. But doesn't matter what I like. It matters what's happening. And what I see happening is this reversal. I do, right? Massive lower low, right? This is the beginning of something bigger. Granted, we might not. I mean, look what happened here. Big push. Tiny pullback. Big push. That could happen again. All right. And I'll just take a quick look at what happened when we saw this. Big push. Little pullback. But again, look, right? Look, I'm pointing at the screen, but you can't see where I'm pointing, so it's pointless. Look at how price is slowing down and reversing here compared to over in these areas. We have a reversal pattern. We have a strong foundation being built for that reversal, okay? So that strong foundation is being built for buyers to push off, and it's at that strong foundation that we want to buy to increase our probabilities to the max. But yeah, I'm keeping this pair, right? Because I do think we could see the weekly have a push like this, right? And we could see a push up to here to retest previous structure. And I'll show you how sexy this lines up with the daily EMA, right? Do I know the specifics yet? No, but I know. Watch. Oh, baby. Bit of a shit fucking risk to reward, but you know. You can see it though. Tell me you can't see it. How this is coming into here, how this will break, retest, come up to here, then do whatever it fucking wants to do. We'll see what the market looks like then. But you can, when you see this, it's just beautiful, right? So I'll wait for that break, retest, trade up to here. Fuck do I care? Back in the zone. Yes, we'll leave that, right? Next. Bro, some people are lazy, man. Serious. Next is AUD CAD. Price is at a low. Again, we're waiting for that retracement. And you can see left head, potential right shoulder. Oh, shit's annoying. Left. See, I love the look of the weekly and the daily, but the 4-hour is disgusting. What was I looking at the 4-hour? Oh my days. I get the fucking point, man. Do not disturb, G. Do not disturb. Right. Lovely jubbly, mate. Snooze. I'll be left alone now. What was I looking at? Thursday, Tuesday. Yeah, this was the 4-hour filth. Oh, sorry, no, this was the 4-hour filth that I didn't like for that retest to sell. Do I want to take any trades on this market next week? No. Price needs to shift, then have a pullback, then go. So this is another week, right? Wait for that shift, wait for that pullback, wait for that go. Again, the name of the game is patience at the end of the day. The name of the game is patience, right? Next pair. All right. Next pair is not that one. Next pair is NZD USD. We're at a magnificent low. I'm pretty sure this is the same shit as AUD. No, NZD USD. What? AUD USD and NZD USD. These are two that it's just like GDP USD and Euro USD the other week, where I took a sell position, right? Where is it? No, GDP USD. Yeah, GDP USD, I took the sell position. This sell position here, right? Beautiful. And then you go to Euro USD. Here we go. And that sell position, I didn't take this, but this sell position was exactly the same. But I took it on the cleanest pair. And that's what we'll do with this. Sorry, wherever the fuck it's gone. But yeah, that's what we'll do with this. We'll just simply wait to see which one is cleaner because they are both there. And they're pretty much the same thing. I'm not even going to explain what I'm looking for. I'm not. Wick fill, push up, yep. Next pair. It's just same fucking same. This is what I mean, right? I was looking at these pairs and I'm just seeing it's not this week. This week is going to be a defense week, right? And a defense week is a low amount of pairs. And it's just like, whoosh. You think you can tempt me? You think you can tempt me, motherfucker? No, sir. I'm preserving my motherfucking capital. I'm waiting to play the game another day. Again, don't like this, bro. Don't like this, all right? Look at just a quick little don't like this because of where we are on the weekly. We're retesting this area. We're below it. I don't like that at all. So for me, again, this will be beautiful, right? If we see price pull back during the week to create a wick, push up, right? Close above here. And then next week, oh my days, next week, we see the pullback, push up. By that time, yes, by that time, the EMA will come down into here. By that time, we'll skedaddle up over this. Then we'll pull back. Then we'll be primed to go to this structure point. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That is fucking beautiful, right? Absolutely beautiful. But it's not for this week. Next pair. I don't know if I marked this one already. Maybe. Yeah, this one's a bit of I didn't take this trade either. I was looking to enter this trade. Right? This trade's a bit of an iffy one. because I know that the weekly could reverse off of here, right? Where it currently is. It could reverse off of here, where it pretty much is. But then the daily just looks like the weekly is going to continue this. And you're going to see why I'm tempted to enter this, right? Because the daily is seeing this reversal, have a little bit of a pullback to a previously tested area. Be it like price has shown that sellers are strong at this area at some point in time. Here, it didn't even make it. It just tickled it and then pushed down. So what I'm looking at on this, just look at it. Look at it. It's pure filth, but it looks so tasty. Like, I don't even know what I'm picturing here, but I'm seeing push, pull back, push, pull back, and I'm waiting for that push, bro. I'm waiting for that push. But I need to see some type of wick up for the daily, for the weekly first. Anyways, see some wick up, push down. I could potentially see it happening. But what I'd be waiting for on this trade is, yeah, that's it right there. That's it. I'm waiting for price to first push up a little, either create new structure. Now, for first price to push up, right? This 2 hour comes key now. Price to push up. Give us that rejection potentially off of this area, EMA, area over here, area here, right? Reject off that. Then it's going to, I say then it's going to, this is what I want to see. And then see price break, shifting that structure, giving me the shift of structure. And then I want to see an Engulf rejection from this point. Boom, there's my entry point. Seeing the rejection from the 4 hour from this area and the daily, which will give me the confirmation to have my stop loss down here. And then, yeah, it's just from this point, I'm going back up. I'm going back up. And I'm going back up again. And I mean, technically it's here, but I'm not going there. I'll most likely look for this area, right? Why? Because it's resistance, support, price rejected up here, came down to here, stopped, right? I'm just thinking logically right now. And it's above the higher low, which it has to be for a, sort of that could wick pull back into here. It's a risque trade, bro. It's a risque trade. Yeah, I'm keeping it though. I'm interested. Potential 1 to 2. This would be a quick little thing, bro. This just needs to look clean as fuck, right? I'm not trying to take this trade if it looks iffy after it already looks iffy. Again, if you have this trade, why are you rushing to enter this trade? But that's what 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs, right? I put that above these simply because these might not even be ready this week. They look slightly prime, but they don't look soaking wet yet. This is dirty on so many levels. Inverse left head, right shoulder. Shift of structure. This wants to go up. This is telling me it wants to go up. But everything is showing down. Everything is showing down. This is fucking dirty. Get rid of it. My man's coming like hunchback. Euro JP. Oh. This pair played out to how we thought it might do last week, just with a little bit extra of a kick above the area. Not what we were anticipating, but shift bearish. Let me get rid of this, bro. Yeah, pull back, enter, EMA, previous structure. I love it, love it, love it. I just fucking hate this. I want to see a deep pullback, right? And emphasis on the deep. I want to see a deep pullback. Retesting the EMA, retesting. We might extend this. Like we might extend this area of interest. Retesting the EMA, retesting this psychological level, and then trading back down to the support. No further than that, really. Something like this, bro. Something like this. 100 pips. Yes, bro. 100 pips. Something like that, realistically, right? Which will be a little weekly wick pullback, maybe. Daily little flicker up and then push back down to this support area where we're clearly respecting. We've clearly seen price come to here before, have a big strong push, come back down here, have a big strong push. Is this going to turn into a big strong push? I don't know. I'm here to find out. But I'm waiting for that lower time frame, right? Looking at the lower time frame, this is going to shift when it comes above here. No, sorry, this has already shifted. Yeah, we're just waiting for price to yada yada yada. Get the EMA to come up, right? And then for us to see that shift. So we're looking at price coming up, faffing about like a fucking cunt, and then break retest of the EMA, go down, right? Lovely, lovely job. There's quite a few. We're loading up a few pairs, man. I'm not about that life. Not about that life whatsoever. USD JPY. Yeah, I much prefer this. Left head, right shoulder, break retest of this. I ain't even looked too far to the left. I'm just. Yeah, I love this. I think I marked this out on the treadmill. I just. Oh, fucking JPYA, mate. Why have you got to do this to me? Look at this, right? Tell me, it just doesn't look clean. Like, I want an elbow to look like this, not this, because then it comes the question, are we bullish or are we bearish? You look so beautiful and then you make it all complicated. Like, when it comes to this complication now, Euro JPY looks much nicer because it has more room to pull up, more room to maneuver on the lower time frames to give me a nicer looking foundation to take the trade from. Whereas USD JPY is at that area. So if we see this push up, right, what are we going to see on Euro? Or if we see that push down from there, we're going to see price push down from here. Well, I'm keeping Euro JPY. I'm keeping it with caution. I'm gonna type this down, right? Keeping it with caution, right? Defensive maneuvers. Put some emphasis on this. I didn't spell that right. Fuck. There you go. Right, fuck USD JPY. Euro GDP, I want nothing to do with it. What's this? Did I not just go over this? Did I? JB? No, I didn't. Shift of structure, filth at the bottom. Retest previous structure. 4 hours just minging, absolutely minging. See it coming down, see it doing that. No. USD CHF, I already fucking know. I already know. I already know. You don't need to tell me. You don't need to tell me nothing, bro. I already know. Right? Oh. I already know. Yeah, I already know. Wick fill underneath this week, wick pull back the next week. What's that going to look like on this? See that push up, maybe. We hopefully get another push up, close, shift structure, yada yada, rate retest, and then we'll look for that boom, boom, boom. Do I think that's going to happen this week? Maybe. But do I think this weekly candle is going to go? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm just looking at what the technicals say about the probabilities of knowing. I want to see price come above, shift structure. So when price does come below, it does shift structure. I didn't take that trade either, so I don't know why that's there. It's iffy. It's iffy because if price does come above, shift structure, then for it to come back below, we're at a strong support, which is going to see some rejection for a potential higher low. But we know the true meaning of the market is to push down. So then sellers will take control eventually, just it's waiting for that. And then again, it's next week. See, you know how many times you turn up, right? Analyze and you're like, next week. And then you analyze the same and it's like, next week. Next week. And you're looking at a pair for so fucking long and it's like, no, you missed it. But it's cool, man, because there's always more weeks, right? Keeping it cautious, right? What is it, Euro JPY? Fuck. Keeping it cautious, right? Keeping it with caution, sorry. CAD JPY, this is just fabulous. I want to see this play out like there's no tomorrow. Break retest. So that, again, JPY pair, there's wiggle room for this. So where's that other JPY, right? That other JPY. This does validate this pullback that we want to see on this because there's that wiggle room. Whereas GDP JPY, right, I'm going to bring it up here just for example purposes. Right, GDP JPY, USD JP, USD JPY. Yeah, seeing how it's at this area, well, if we are to have this pullback, right, on these other pairs, that would indicate that this is going to pull back deeper to potentially this area. This is how you got to look at the markets. Left head, right shoulder, retest of this neckline, pull up, maybe one day, doji one day, another day, push down. That's how we could potentially see this market play out. But, right, the big but. Yeah, you see that? It just looks a lot cleaner on these others. So, but we can use these together as confluences. Yeah. CAD JPY, absolute favorite. It looks so clean. That's going to be the focus of the week. When I say focus, it's just going to be the number one pair. So every time I go on my phone, this is the pair I see. This pair, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. I got to wait for this pair to do something before I'm looking. But I'll be waiting for a break underneath this. Although on GDP CNTD, right? Oh, dickhead. Crossing, right? Below 2 hour support. Looking for a retest with an engulfing. If you want to say anything about my spelling, yeah. Sokimura. Right, yeah, obviously. Again. Every time. EMA area of psychological level. I like that. I like that. Again, I don't know why it's. Here we go. And that's it. Simple as that, right? I don't know how long that took. We'll see in it, bro. We'll see. How long is it? About 40 minutes, bro. 40 minutes is not a long time. 40 minutes work at the weekend, right? It makes you as much money as you can possibly risk. No, but genuinely, once you learn this craft, it's as easy as that, right? I do 40 minutes of work at the weekend. I do a little bit of journaling. And then for the that's the work done for the week. The week then just becomes decisions. It becomes psychology at that point. So with that being said, I got shit to do, nigga. I got shit to do. In a bit, man. In a bit. Starting. I'm still live, though, innit? There's that sexy motherfucker.